Hi, sir. Good day. I am Chursel Bornea, and I like to present to you my topic, which is all about DBMS control. So, what is DBMS control? So, DBMS control is or database management system control. Database control refers to the task of enforcing regulations so as to provide correct data to authentic users and application of database. In order that correct data is available to users, all data should conform to the integrity constraints defined in the database. Database control is one of the primary tasks of the database or DBA. This DBMS or database management system control, this is the one who control or give a correct data to the users who are using database. The best example is PHPMyAdmin. So the operator of PHPMyAdmin is the one who manage and control the database inside the table. So like that, only the user is only know how to use or what is their account or what is the name of her or his account, what is the password and the username, and the database can give the correct data about the users. So next is the three dimension of database control, which is authentication, access rights, integrity constraints. So first is we are having the authentication. So what is that mean? In the distributed database system, authentication is the process through which only legitimate users can gain access to the data resources. So only legitimate users can gain access to that data resources. So this authentication is very sabotable. So like for example, here we have the login, the username and a password. So only the legitimate users can use their account. Like for example, in Facebook, you are having a username and also the password. So once you are logging in, you are the only one who knows about that your account or how to use your account using the username and the password. So next is the two levels of authentication, which is controlling access to client computer and controlling access to database software. So first is what is controlling access to client computer. User access is restricted when logged into the client computer that provides user interface to the database server. The most common method is a username or password combination. However, more sophisticated methods like biometric authentication may be used for high security data. So like for example, if you are using Facebook, you can use your username or password combination in order you to log in your account in that application or in that website. So next is controlling access to database software. The database software or administrator assigns some credentials to the user. The user gain access to the database using this credential. One of the methods is to create a login account within the database server. So the user can create. So like for example, Facebook. So if you are not having an account of Facebook, so you can first create a login account within the database server. So you can create first an account in order for you to log in. So next will be the access rights. So what is the access rights? A user access rights refers to the privileges that the user is given regarding DBMS or database management system operations, such as the rights to create a table, drop a table, add or delete or update tuples in a table, or query upon the table. Like for example, if you are creating a table inside the PHP My Admin, so you can create table, drop a table, add or delete or update. So this is the best example. Like for example, this picture. So next is the type of integrity constraint. Domain constraints, entity integrity constraints, referential integrity constraints. So first is the domain constraints. Domain constraints can be defined in the definition of a valid set of values of an attribute. The type of data domain includes string, character, integer, time, date, currency, etc. The value of the attribute must be available in the corresponding domain. Like for example, in this table, so we have here the ID, name, semester, and then age. So next is the entity integrity constraints. The entity integrity constraint states that primary key value cannot be null. This is because the primary key value is used to identify individual rows relation, and if the primary key has a null value, then we can't identify those rows. A table can contain a null value other than the primary key field. So next is the example like employee, emp ID and emp name and salary. So we have here the employee table. So next is the referential integrity constraints. So what is it? A referential integrity constraint is specified between two tables in the referential integrity constraints. If a foreign key in table 1 refers to the primary key of table 2, then every value of the foreign key in table 1 must be null or be available in table 2. So like for example in this picture or in this table, so we have here the emp name, name, age, ID number. So the ID number here is the foreign key, and then in the second table is the ID number. The ID number is the primary key. So that's it, sir. Thank you for listening, and keep safe always. Stay handsome always, and don't be stressed.